Thank you everyone for subscribing to Infinitely Productions. If you have not done so, please click the bell and subscribe, and we hope you enjoy our content.
Everything, I don't know what he's doing. And he just left it like that. And it was serious, because my dad had a lot of juice. He could have said, hey, stop this right now. My son would never do anything like that. But he didn't. And you know what, people? Defining moment in my life, because I said, man, if this life can separate father and son, what do we really have here? And I want to be clear on this. I love my dad. I was very hurt by that. I didn't understand it at first. But as life went on, I kind of understood it without getting all the personal reasons within our family. But I will tell you this, that happened 2 years prior to another incident that happened in my life that caused me to walk away. But if that incident didn't happen with my dad, I would have never left the life. I couldn't have done that to him. I couldn't have betrayed him. And look, you got to be honest, I betrayed my oath just by walking away, by talking about it. It's the truth, and I'm not going to I'm not going to cop out or not take responsibility for that, but that was a defining moment in my life. So, after everything, 1984, right? This goes away, things are still going okay. 1984, I think a change started to occur in my life. What happened? Among many things I was doing, I was making movies. I had a production company in LA. Smokey Robinson is a dear friend, comes to me with a screenplay for a breakdance movie. A lot of music, a lot of dance, a lot of rap music, but that's when you can listen to rap music on radio. Not like today, forget about this stuff today. But back then it was cool. Sugar Hill Gang, Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Fat Boys, old school rap, right? So I said, Smokey, I'll make the movie, but we got to film it in Florida. I got a house down there, I like the warm weather. Great. So we're filming this in Florida. I bring in cast and crew from LA to work in the film, 20 professional dancers, staying in a hotel, the Marina Bay Club, I don't think it's there anymore, in Fort Lauderdale. We had just finished 5 weeks of pre-production. We were going to start principal photography, the heavy work, on a Monday. Sunday, I throw a party for everybody in the back of the hotel. Beautiful day in Florida, everybody's having a great time, probably about 70 people there, the whole cast and crew. We're having a great time. I'm sitting by the pool, minding my own business, talking to a couple of guys, and all of a sudden, out of the water, comes this gorgeous 20-year-old girl. And honestly, I saw her, everything went in slow motion. It's like a Pepsi commercial, right? I said, man, who is this girl, right? And so the choreographer was sitting next to me. I said, Jeff, is that one of your dancers? She looked like a dancer to me. She says, yeah. I said, well, bring her over. I want to meet her. Big shot producer, she wanted to meet me. Why not, right? So she comes over. She comes over. Her name was Camille. I said, Camille, my name is Michael. I'm your producer. I want to get to know you better. So let's go to lunch one day. She said, sure, sweet, polite, beautiful, right? So I set up one of the restaurants on top of one of the hotels. I got everything going with the violins. I figured she'll come up there, sweep her off her feet, she's mine, right? That was my attitude. I'm up there like 45 minutes, she never showed up. She stood me up, right? So now I see her on the set, and I said, hey, what happened? We had a date, you didn't show up. I thought she was gonna say, I'm sorry. She said, yeah, I was busy. I said, oh, what do you mean? She said, well, I was rehearsing, I was busy. I said, oh, okay, can we try it again? She says, yeah, sure, no problem. Anyway, she stood me up again. She did this to me 5 times.
Oh my God.
Now, if she was here, she said, now, stop exaggerating, it wasn't 5 times. Hey guys, I was the offended party. We know when we're rejected, right? I wasn't used to that. She didn't want to have anything to do with me. Finally, I'm pursuing her. She really got my interest. I got 5 daughters. And I tell them all the time, you want to get some knucklehead guy, play hard to get. Guys always want what they can't have. Trust me. Piques your interest, right? Anyway, so finally, I start to get to know her a little bit. We get to know each other on the set. We wrap the movie, and she lived in Anaheim, California. She didn't know anything about mob stuff. She saw The Godfather once. That was it. And believe me, there's nobody out in California. That's like virgin territory out there. So anyway, we wrapped the movie, and she says, will you come home and meet my mother? I said, yeah, I'm great with moms, let's go, right? So we jump on a plane, we go to Anaheim, California, and I meet her mom. People, all I can tell you this, my mother-in-law, Irma, was the most godly woman you ever met in your life. You meet Irma for 2 minutes, your name goes in her prayer book. She had a prayer book like a telephone book, I'm not kidding. She didn't need to know your name, the boy on the street corner with the one shoe, the whole bit. You know, that was who I was getting involved with, right? 2 strong Christians and a mobster. Anyway, I'll tell you what happened, people. I started to fall in love with this girl, really in love with her. And you know, I said, look, what am I going to do? Am I going to marry this girl? She's 20 years old, and I'm going to bring her into this life. Now, let me tell you why, you know, I believe it's a bad lifestyle. My mother, you know, died in 2012. At the end of her life, I can only say that her relationship with my dad was ugly. It's the only way I can describe it. Why? Because she blamed him for everything that went wrong in our life. And what went wrong? And rightfully so. I had a sister, 27 years old, died of an overdose of drugs. I can't tell you what that young girl went through, my baby sister. My brother, 25 years as a drug addict. I can't even begin to tell you what we went through, what I personally went through with him on the street, trying to keep him alive. At the end of the day, he ended up, his drug problem, you know, cooperating with the government, went into the witness protection program, and actually testified against my father. He was the one that put my dad back in prison. Son testifying against the father. My younger sister, 41 years old, never mentally stable. She died at 41. Just, the whole family was destroyed. Destroyed. And every family of every member of that life goes through something similar. So I said, am I going to marry this girl and bring her into this same situation? So I had to make a choice. And I said, you know what? We're in trouble. Now you got to understand something. I was a major target of law enforcement. I was arrested 18 times. I had 7 indictments, 2 federal racketeering cases, 1 brought on by Rudy Giuliani, and 1 state racketeering case in Florida. I went to trial 5 times. I beat every case. The Giuliani case, there was 16 or 17 defendants, myself and a fellow by the name of Jimmy Rotunda, good guy here from Jersey. We were the lead defendants. The day of my arraignment, Rudy Giuliani comes up to me and my lawyer and he says, Franzese, if I convict you on this, you're going to get double what your father got. You're going to get 100 years. That's the kind of time they were giving us guys back then. Look it up. Commission guys all got 100 years. You know, fortunately, after several month trial, I beat that case. All the Italians beat it. A lot of the Jewish guys got convicted. Total reversal of what everybody expected. But anyway, we're very fortunate. If we lose that case, I'm not here today. Guaranteed. He gives me at least 50. No doubt about it. So, you know, I said, am I going to continue in this life and bring this girl into this? Why? So I had to make a choice. And I chose her. And that was it. And thank you. And, just so you know, she's my wife now 38 years.
Wow.
We made it together. And I will tell you this, you know, people, and I mean this with all my heart, I'm not the real story here. My wife is a story. I mean, we 8 hard years in prison that she went through. She was 21 when I married her. I married her in December of '85. I went to prison. I'm sorry, I married her in July of '85. I went to prison in December of '85. And I had 5 tough years. The government was putting a lot of pressure on me. We had a very, very rough time. They put me on diesel therapy, were moving me all around the country. When I walked away from the life, I tried to do it quietly, but Life magazine wrote a whole huge story. The feds came into prison. Franzese, you're a dead man anyway. Cooperate with us. We'll put you in the program. I didn't want to do that. You know, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I wasn't mad at anybody. I just wanted out of the life. But it took a toll on us. And my wife, she really went through a lot of stuff. The 13 months I was on parole, you know, basically dodging bullets. My dad was upset with me. Had a whole lot of stuff. And I'm not complaining about it. I brought it on myself. You know, people, I took an oath. And this is the life that I chose to lead by, that I took an oath to live by, and I violated that oath. And I understand why people were mad at me. So it's not, hey, you know, why are you doing this to me? You know, and I do have an issue with some of the guys. I don't judge anybody. But
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.